Hello everybody, my name is Joko and welcome to our channel where we talk about all things trucking and give interesting tips and tricks for drivers just like yourself. Today I find myself here in Rockford, Illinois at the JX Truck Center. We'll be taking a closer look at the 2024 model 589 Peterbilt. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. First of all, I just wanted to thank our friends here at JX Truck Center in Rockford, Illinois for lending me one of their trucks so I can do a walk around video for you. I'll put a link to their website down in the description if you want to check out their inventory. Now back to the video. Starting off with our front, we can see a lot of similarities with the discontinued 389 model. Starting up at the top, we have our marker lights with our air horns right there. Right below that, we have a steel wind deflector right above our windshield, as you can see, and we have an entire windshield. Now, for all of you classic Peterbilt drivers out there, yeah, you may have wanted a split windshield that we had in the classic Peterbilt model, 389 model, but Peterbilt went with the entire, screen with the entire window here on our front windshield. Moving forward, we have our huge hood, as you can see, and the hood has been actually aerodynamically improved by making it more narrow here in the front and widening it towards the base of the hood or towards the cabin, as you can see, to accommodate for the width of the cabin, that is. Now, on our hood itself, we have steel elements with some very nice riveting accents here. We have our Peterbilt emblem right here, a steel front grille. We have some chrome accents with some LED lights, a steel bumper, as well as our headlights here, which are encased in this nice metal enclosure. We have an LED low beam, an H11, I believe, lights for our high beam, as well as incandescent turn signals here in the front and LED turn signals here in the back of the headlight. Looking at it from the side, one can truly appreciate the classic look that the 589 offers. Now, of course, Peterbilt have made it as such that you can combine and create your own 589 model with specific features and trim level and packages that you want according to your budget, of course. This particular model is the high roof 80-inch model, as you can see, and it also has the extended wind deflectors, which make the cabin seem even longer. Starting here in the front, we can truly appreciate the size of our hood with the beautiful riveting here, as we can see, even throughout our sleeper cabin. We have the Peterbilt emblem right here. These seemingly floating air intake components here, we have brackets that are holding the whole thing on the inside, instead of having visible connections here to the side of our cabin, to the column of our cabin. Hey, real quick, 99% of you are not subscribed, so I'll just ask you to hit that like and subscribe button below if you like these types of videos and enjoy our content. Now back to the video. Next, we have the mirrors. You can choose with turn signals on the mirror. They're motorized, meaning you don't have to adjust them manually. And the good thing is they are attached to the column of our cabin. When you open up the door, the mirror stays stationary. And even if you open up the door completely, it may seem like you may hit the mirror unless you have it tilted forward. But of course, I'm sure that you guys pay attention to that, so you don't damage your paint job or even break your mirror here on your window here on the door. Moving forward, right below that we have our two-step, which we have also from the other side. And on the driver's side, this is where our battery storage compartment is. And it's very easy to get this off. To get easier access to your batteries, all you do is unlatch these rubber holders here from this and from this side, and you pull this out. Now you have access to your batteries, whether you want to change them, if you change them yourself, or if you want to jump your truck, which is very convenient. To put it all back, you simply slide it back in place. You attach these back so that you don't lose it. Moving to our exhaust pipe protectors right here, we have a handle, very sturdy handle for you to, when you're climbing into the cabin. Our DEF system, exposed fuel tank, and as you can see, this is our single bed sleeper compartment. We have a huge window here. We have a compartment door right here, storage door if you may, and you can open it up with your keys. And this actually opens a lot more room for not only storage, but the cool thing is it goes all the way through, so that even if you store something on the other side, you can actually, if you can reach it from here, you can get to it. To close it, all you do is you push it and then it locks. Moving on, you have easy access here from the side to the fuel tank, so that when you're fueling up, you don't have to, wiggle from underneath here, underneath the wind deflector. We have disc brakes in the back, disc brakes in the front. This 589 model has a longer frame, meaning it also provides a much smoother, much more comfortable ride. But looking at it from the side, there's not much to it except we have more chrome elements here, as you can see on our mud flap. We have LED brake light as well as a LED reverse light right here. We have our LED work lights here. We have a bar here so you can hang on while you're working here in the back, or walking on the catwalk here. We have our trailer connection hoses, which is very nice with this very nice hanger here. And these right here serve the purpose to depressurize the cabin whenever you close the door, because the cabin is very well insulated, so that whenever you close the doors, the air displacement must go somewhere, and this is where the air comes out so that you don't pop your ears. This tells me that this truck also has a sort of a heating system put in place, and that's why you have this little exhaust here in the back here as well. The cabin has shock absorbers and airbags to make it a little bit smoother, on the whole sleeping experience and driving experience as well. So looking at it from the passenger side, we notice a lot of similarities with the driver's side, except there's a few differences here. Again, we have a huge window here like we see in our sleeper compartment with our access door. And like I said, you can open up the access door with your key. Again, this gives you access through and through. Moving forward, we have our exposed fuel tank, and as you can see here, we have the same huge step that we have in the driver's side. We cannot actually open this up as easily as we did with the battery compartment, and that's because we have our DPF system right here. Now you can remove this, but you have to remove the bolts. So only in cases when you have to work on the DPF or a mechanic, that's when they can remove it. So that's one of the differences. Again, we have our holders here so we can easily jump in. We have another mirror here on the passenger side that gives us a view here of our blind spot. The door opens up just about enough. I must say that is cutting it real close right there with the two mirrors up there. It doesn't open as wide as we have the driver's side, and depending on the adjustment of your mirrors, I think you got to be extra careful not to take out one or the other, because this seems like it's really close. Moving forward, we have our air intake right here, as I said, and the huge hood design. Now let's pop the hood and see what we're working with. To open up the hood, all you do is you open up these rubber latches, and that's one thing that I wish Peterbilt did a little bit different on the 589 model. I think steel would have been better instead of just having a plain rubber. But you unlatch it from this side and then you unlatch it from the other side. We have the same latch on this side. All you do is you open it up like that, and then you go in the front. Now this is a tall hood, but let's see if I can get it open. There we go. Let it down easy. I wish there was a step up front so that, for shorter guys like me, so we don't have to climb like monkeys on it. As you can see, you get a full 90-degree opening of the hood so that you can have a very good access and field of view of your entire engine compartment, which is very convenient. This 2024 Peterbilt 589 model comes in a Cummins X15 engine configuration, which is a 14.9-liter inline 6-cylinder engine, which combined with the 18-speed E10 manual transmission puts out a massive 575 horsepower and 1,850 pound-feet of torque, which is just crazy and more than enough for the regular over-the-road driver, or even if you're driving on flat or mountainous terrain. This is where you can put your washer fluid in case you want to. It's a little bit high up there, so you might have to step on a few components here. Just try not to break anything if you want to, refill your washer fluid. For your coolant fluid, it's on the passenger side. Up there you have your coolant reservoir, so if you want to fill up your coolant, you can do that. But overall, we can get a lot more technical with a lot of the engine components here. We're not going to do that in that video. So just to sum it up, this is what the passenger side of the engine bay looks like, if you wanted to see that. And if you want to close the hood, all you do is you latch this in place. This is a locking mechanism so that the hood doesn't, close when you're working on the engine by itself, by wind or something like that. And then you go from the front and you close it actually very easily. and do the latches just like that, and you're pretty much done. Just don't forget the other side. If you enjoy these types of reviews of vehicles that I do, I also have another channel where I do car reviews, and I would really appreciate it if you checked it out and, you know, hit the subscribe button there as well. That'll mean a lot to me. I just started the other channel, so your support will mean a lot. Now let's jump inside and see what's the interior like of the 2024 589. Sitting inside the 2024 Peterbilt 589, it's a little bit overwhelming, I must say. It doesn't feel like you're sitting in a truck. It feels like you're sitting in a luxury car. You get a very beautiful mix of modern and classical. We've got a fully digital dashboard here, instrument cluster if you may, but you also get mechanical gauges to the side here of your dashboard. As you can see here, you also get your radio here, temperature control units. You can control the lights, overall lights of the dashboard here as well. Your trailer park right in the center here of the dashboard is where you can find your parking brake, trailer supply brake, but this is where you can also find some of the other controls to control your airbag, to control your fifth wheel, sliding options, differential locking, etc. To your left-hand side here of your steering column is where you can find all your lighting fixtures, your main lights. You can also find the lights here for the work light in the back of the cabin. We have LED lights throughout the entire cabin, which is very cool. And everything is within reach and where it's supposed to be. Like I said, you have buttons here on the steering wheel to control, you know, some of the instrument cluster, and I'm sure the menu within the instrument cluster, so that you can actually adjust it according to your desires, your needs, your wants, whatever. So you have a fully customizable instrument cluster as well. This is the platinum sandstone and gray interior, so you get a nice combination of gray as well as this nice soft sandstone. But you also get this very nice wooden accented trim here with the Peterbilt emblem on the inside of the door, which is a very cool touch actually. You also get chrome, which kind of looks like brushed aluminum trim here on your dashboard as well. Chrome accented trim. And just overall, it's a very luxurious feel. The seats are very nice and comfortable. You get very nice lumbar support, obviously, and you can move them, you can adjust them up and down, forward and backward, you know, as per your desire. You have plenty of storage here when it comes to the 589 model. Even though this is a manual truck with a manual transmission, the center console, like the center part here between the seats, is still plenty spacious. But let's start here from our driver's side. You get storage inside your door, you know, you get a cup holder here inside the door as well. You also get a reading light here as well as a regular light here. They're both LED, both on the driver and the passenger side, which is very convenient. This is your air horn, very good sound. This is your city horn. Could have sounded better. It is what it is though. It's a city horn, so you know. Moving on with the storage, right above our driver we have smaller compartments that you can slide things in here. As you see, you have right above you have a storage compartment. Right in the center, right below that, you can put your CB radio, or you know, whatever. You can use it also as another storage compartment. And you have the same compartments on the passenger side as well. We have these very car-like sunshades, and the cool thing is you can pull it out, and you can pull it out like that if you want, you know, if the sun is coming here from the side. But I do wish these were a little bit bigger, because yes, even though we have a smaller windshield, you know, I feel like they should have been bigger. To put it back in, just slide it in like that, slide it like that. You also get a mirror here in the sunshade as well. Right here in the center behind our gear shifter, you actually have a lot more room than you think. You also have this column here for, you know, an additional 2 cup holders and even additional storage space right here as well, which is crazy. You also get cup holders here in your dashboard with, you know, which feels like a rubberized compartment actually, so I'm assuming so it's not slipping out. You can place your phone in here as well, and you have a small compartment here for storage as well with 2 12-volt outlets here on both sides for you, or you know, your passenger as well. On the passenger side, you also get the same very nice and comfortable seat that you get in the driver. You get the same layout, you know, of the door with the very nice looks. You also get a small table here for the passenger side, which is very convenient. You know, you just pull it out and you can either use it as a workstation, or you could eat on it or whatever. You also get a glove box compartment, which is also very convenient, where you can keep, your documents or whatnot. Sitting in the back here of the, single bed in the sleeper of the Peterbilt 589, it's really spacious, I must say. Even though it might seem like the roof may be a little bit tight, but even standing up, I still get like a foot of space above my head, which is, I'm about 5'10", so it's a good space to have here in the back. If you are taller and you want to stretch your arms, up, you won't be able to do that, but for that you can go outside anyway. We have a very nice leather cover here in the back, very nice wooden trim accent here, brushed aluminum. You have a high gloss chrome trim here with this huge Peterbilt emblem right here, right in the center. It just, it gives you a very premium feel when you're here in the back. Something you are all interested in is storage. How much storage do you get in the 589 model? It's a huge closet space here with a pocket in the door. You can hang your clothes inside here. You can stack them here if you want to. It's all up to the individual. Right below our storage compartment, you get a nice big fridge down here, which is on the passenger side in the back here. The fridge, also the cooler, you also get a ice maker here as well, and you can store plenty of food for, even if you're for longer periods out on the road. Right below the fridge, you also get even more storage down here in the form of this pull-out drawer where you can store, socks, shoes, or whatever you want to store pretty much. So on the driver's side, you get a pull-out table, workstation, whatever you want to, use it for. You also have the strap door so that when you flip it up, you get a little bit of extra storage down here with this nice felt material on the inside so that things are not rattling while you're driving. You also get even more storage right here, and you can get these bins, put stuff inside the bin, close it, and then you can put the whole thing here, or you can fold your clothes nice and easily, food or whatever you want in this compartment, and just store everything like that as well. Moving on to behind the driver's side, we have our climate control unit. We have our S-bar system that, like I said before, is just for heating. That's the little exhaust coming out in the back of the cabin, and you can use that only for heating purposes. And you can also control the radio from here, from the back. You can lock your doors, you can turn on and off the lights from here as well. I'll leave them on. And you also have this nice compartment here for, where you can store either food or whatever you want to store. You also get 2 cup holders here in the back with a little bit of storage to the side as well, and 3 12-volt outlets here in the back as well. On top of it, you get a nice light here, as you can see, and you also get another reading light here in the back of the bed. Right above, you get extra storage, and you can actually use that extra storage right here for, putting a microwave. Up here, it also has a belt that you can tie down and, so it doesn't move. Above the bed itself, you have even more storage with these bungees so that, whenever you put something, it doesn't actually fall out. You have storage there, you have storage here with this nice wood trim accent, which I kind of like actually. And you have a little bit of storage right there behind the passenger side with yet another reading light right underneath it. And in addition to that, you also get a little bit of storage right here above if you want to store something slimmer, or thinner, so that it's not, falling out as well. And on this side of the bed, you can mount actually a TV here, and I believe you can mount up to a 32-inch from the space, from what I can see, without any issues. And they want you sleeping with your head towards the driver's side, so that you can lay down and watch TV like that. We have 2 windows on both sides. We have on the passenger side and on the driver's side. Right now we have covers on the windows, and you can take the covers off easily. It's a click-on cover. All you do is remove it like that, and then you can have access to the window if you want to open it, let some air in, and so on. If you want to raise the bed, it's very simple. There's a latch right here. Pull it, it unlocks the bed. This latch right here, so you just pull it and it unlocks the bed. And now you actually have access to the entire lower compartment here, to stuff that you have stored from either side. And down there, these 2 cutouts are for what we talked about previously, for the cabin depressurizing panels on the outside and the back. To close it, all you do is you push it down There you go. And if you want to get rid of the netting, so it's not just hanging like that over your bed or whenever you're sleeping, what you can do is you can detach it from all points, just like that. And you can actually store it right underneath your mattress. You can detach it from here as well. Lift up the mattress, put it here, just so you can have a nice and clean look here in your sleeper space. Cool. And one of the cool things that Peterbilt put in the 589 model is if you see the clutch and the brake are coming up from the top here instead of from our flooring. That means that you actually have a hydraulic system in there as well to help you depress the clutch even, you know, with one hand, which is very easy. Very cool touch. And that concludes our video for today. Make sure that you hit the like, share, subscribe button down below. And also, if you wanted to see my other car review channel, I'll put a link in the description here as well. And I'll see you in our next one.